Here's my garden for 2019. Cabbages, flowers, fennel, big round puffs are leek flowers. This whole area is all one grapevine. Lots of cosmos. And in there is sweet potatoes. So with some flowers in there. We'll see how they do. I won't know for another month. My bean teepee. Beans growing around it. I have some glass art inside the bean teepee. We are glass artists out here. More flowers, cabbage, moving on. Dill, it's already seeded. Cosmo and glass gem marigolds, edibles. Regular marigolds. Big patch of rhubarb. Opposite side here I have this big structure I made. The tomatoes are reaching 7-8 feet now. And in this section, the tomatoes are doing really, really well. They're coming along. And some are still green. I figure they have a month, maybe month and a half to get ripe. This is my shade garden with a cattle panel on it with 30% shade cloth here. And in here are the wonderful summer crisp lettuces that are growing. On this side I have more. I'm not sure who's going to win, the lettuce or the grass. This bed is empty. It's empty up to there, which is a giant, not a giant, but it's a zucchini called Furilana. It's empty because a gopher ate all my most expensive beans, Zolfini, and I'm still trying to catch it to no avail. These are red torpedo onions, red of Florence from Italy. Not quite ready. This big teepee has emerite green beans. Still have some beets. Lots of kale, big kale patch. Here is the front of the zucchini of that bed. And here is what this Furilana looks like. Wonderful dense flesh. It doesn't get watery when you cook it. Doesn't appear to attract squash bugs. I love this particular cabbage called, what is it called? Can't remember. This bed looks dead or dying. It is. It is giving me lots of, there's still a few beans left. They're drying out. This is a dry Italian bean called Rosa de Luca. These are shishito peppers, and behind them, I can't see it, let me go around. Here's a pepper called Jimmy Nardello, which when I pick it, looks like this. A great Italian pepper, use it, saute it, or put it on the grill. This is the bed I let go fallow this year, except for this particular yellow flower. It's a native flower, cowpen daisy, and I left it, took the weeds out, but left it for the, here's another one, for the our bees. We have bees. The cucumbers are slowing down. Still some in there. And this is morning glory growing up the cucumber cage. And now we have the morning glories come out in the morning. It's over this big trellis. And I like to sit out here when it's shady in the later afternoon. This big patch goes all the way down there. That is a giant strawberry patch. We probably got 8 pounds this year. And over here, on this bed, we have eggplants growing in this bed. Zinnias. Love that zinnia. It's called peppermint. This patch is the winter squash patch, and I have lots of Waltham butternut in it. Probably 10 or 12. It's starting to go too. I can tell because the butternuts went from green to tan now. And then there's that giant cabbage again. Here's another one. I grow this cabbage. I don't even like cabbage that much, but I grow it because I love this shape. And that is the sweet potato. More flowers. On the bed I had an edible flower class, so I grew a lot of flowers. This patch right here I'm walking by, pretty much done. It is the blackberry patch. It is called Triple Crown. If you look closely, you will not see any thorns. It is a thornless blackberry. Lovely, really nice. This patch here is hops. Didn't do so good this year. This patch here, it's not sweet corn, it's glass gem corn, and this is a pink variety I've been developing from the glass gem. I've been selecting it. And this is a bunch of, another whole bunch, 17 tomatoes in here. And they're a little bit farther behind than the other patch I showed you. This bed is all fallow this year. And you'll notice the black weed bearer cloth down, and the beds are built. Still working on this section. By fall I should have the paths all with black cloth and the wood chips on it, just like the areas you saw in the first 2 sections. This is my pride and joy. Raspberries. We get many, many raspberries. It goes along 30 feet, 12 plants. Kind of in sun and shadow. Lots of green tomatoes on these plants. Lots. They'll all be turning red this month. And that's the garden tour this year. All done with really fertile soil over 12 years. But this is what this area used to look like. As you can see, it's very dry. Nothing but grasses, weeds, cactus, and junipers. And that's what this garden used to look like, just to show you the kind of work I've put into it. That's it for now.